Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, I'm about to go to a Nordic festival and work the saunas and ice baths. So yes, I'm getting all ready now, but I'm going to also do a reading. This is going to be for the Divine Feminines. So let's do this check-in. Thank you, Divine Creator. Where are the Divine Feminines at on this beautiful journey of love? Coming into alignment with true love. What can we see? What's on the DF minds and hearts? What are they wishing to manifest at this time in the connections? What actions are the DFs taking towards the connections, directly or indirectly? What are the biggest challenges for the DFs at this time? What is the spirit-guided solution for those challenges? And what do the DMs need to know? And where are the energies going in the next 3 weeks? So this deck is going to be for the DMs who might be cross-watching. I know you're out there. All right, here we go. Conscious mind about the connections. The Lovers, higher love. Okay, manifesting. This is channeling the higher love that the DFs have been learning in these connections into the world. Taking all the cues from these energies and making the world a better place. These connections teach us so much about healthy boundaries, sovereignty, love in action, seeing, gratitude, all of that. So these are the tools that the feminines are taking out into the world as they manifest heaven on earth, is what I just heard. What did the DMs need to know about this? Okay, the sun in the inverse. Ain't no sunshine when they're gone. So DMs, you might have FOMO right now. However, this really is, you're going to see that you don't have to worry about a thing. Your feminine is in alignment with higher love. And so it's not that they're on their best behavior. It feels, though, that they are living the way that the divine created them to live. Empowered, channeling this love into the world, representing this love as well, masculines. Okay, what are the feminines thinking about the masculines on the conscious mind? Wow, the Lovers in the inverse again. So they kind of feel like the masculines, like you masculines, might be sulking or feeling frustrated or hopeless, helpless. They feel like you might be thinking this connection is done, that they're moving on. They're sending you this higher love. Basically, chin up, masculines. Your feminines love you so much more than that. This isn't just some earthly relationship. This is divine love. So none of this stuff is actually true in this connection. It may look like cycles are ending, but it's not over. In the name of higher love, this is all part of the process. So the feminines are very much feeling like you might be having a tough spot in this connection, or feeling like your hands are tied, or not being able to make forward progress like you'd like, but they don't want that to discourage you. Advice for the masculines? Yeah, here's another. This is the 6 of Wands, which can be like the minor arcana sun. It can be the limelight. It can be, public, not having public knowledge of this connection because it's in the inverse. These two cards are connected with this grief and remorse that the feminines feel coming from you masculines about not having made this connection more publicly known, having held back, having had the brakes on with it to a fault in so many ways. And masculines, this is sort of backing that up, that even though maybe you haven't ushered this into the be-all end-all yet, this could be what you're feeling sad about. Trust the higher love, though. We've got the Lovers twice. And trust the timing. Trust the process going on here. You haven't missed out on the love of a lifetime, masculines, because of how it's played out. Just because people don't know that you are connected on this soul level, or just because you don't know how it's going to work out, doesn't mean the connection is destined to doom. Oh my goodness, masculines, what messages? What can we see on the heart space? Justice and commitment. Okay, these feminines feel like this connection absolutely has the makings for a life partnership in the spiritual, in the physical, with or without the legal contracts. They feel this is everything that they would ever dream to have in an ideal relationship. On the heart space, they just know it, and they're staying with that awareness. What do the masculines need to know about this? The Empress. This is your Empress. Who else, through thick and thin, good times and bad, sickness and in health, could maintain this except for your divine feminine, the one that is getting that cue from God, right? All of the earthly trials and tribulations would have certainly tarnished a connection like this. And the lack of being able to come forward, or the willingness, or the fear, none of that is dashing the prospects here, because this is actually your Empress, masculines. What can we see on the Heart of Hearts for, oh wow. So these feminines understand heartache and abandonment wound on the heart space here. They actually feel like here's another thing here. They are letting go of the idea that it has been about them or them not being worthy. These feminines have redeemed themselves into alignment through, the long suffering that has happened on this journey where these connections have not come together. Masculines, these feminines now know it's you, not them. At this stage, they have worked through all of the foibles, all of the insecurities that they've said or done the wrong things, that they are somehow unlovable, that they are chasing, that they're too much, that they aren't being appropriate, that they're trying to control things. They've tamed all that down, tempered all of that down. And now they see that they are ending the heartache in them. And they see you at this edge of self-sabotage versus picking yourself up and finding the new noble truth I just heard. So they see you possibly feeling left for dead right now, or hopeless about the ability to have this connection. Even if you're not saying that, they're picking up on that layer, masculines. At the brink, point of no return, or is it? That's what I'm hearing. So these feminines in their heart of hearts feel like it can't be much more disconnected than it is right now in some way. Advice for the masculines: Hierophant, trust your higher guidance, channel the direction, pull yourself out of any energy, masculines, that might be giving your feminine this idea. I just heard the masculines say, little do you know, I've got a plan up my sleeve. Okay, well, there we go. This is the Empress. So feminines watching, this is really interesting because it's two sides of the coin. So the feminines might think this is what's going on with the masculines, but that little sneaky message just came in about, this plan. There is another thread of consciousness through here where feminines, you don't see what the masculines are planning. They've got a surprise that possibly people behind the scenes know about and you don't. That you are their Empress. You matter more than anyone ever has to them. And it is divinely decreed. We've got the High Priest here. And this is the key. It's all in divine timing. So yes, masculines, that's a beautiful message to bring through here in this reading when the feminines are like making these assumptions that are necessary on the journey. I have to say, the way the feminine psyche works, the feminines do need to see this stuff from both sides. They've had to work through the gamut of their own imbalances with it, and now they're seeing that you're only human. You are divine as well, masculines, but they're seeing the humanity in this, and this is a really good way for the feminines to let go so that it can go either way, and so you can come in and initiate in divine timing, and the feminines can fall in love with you the way it's meant to, the way it should have been from the beginning. Let's face it, everyone, these connections are so powerful. Sometimes they get pulled into the material realm. We meet each other, we understand each other on that soul level, we have soul recognition, but it's not time yet, and it's blown apart to have to bring ourselves up to speed. So this is all part of the process. I feel like an energetic news reporter because this is like masculines coming in, or a sports commentator, because this is like masculines coming in from behind when the feminines think that it's all done, it's buying the masculines a little bit more time to channel in that higher guidance impeccably. But let's get on to what else we can see here. What do the feminines wish to manifest? Seven of Cups. They want to, okay, they know love is the way. Here we've got the Ten of Swords again. So the feminines are just manifesting this squeaking through the blockages, the obstacles, the appearance of things to the unconditional love that is resilient, that does find a way here. And what is the advice for the masculines? Baby steps. So keep plugging ahead, 1 foot at a time up the mountain of consciousness, I just heard. What are the feminines wishing to do as far as actions? Taking care of business and legal matters, accounting. They just want to be impeccable. These feminines are anchoring in their own stamina, their own directive, their own path. You know, this process, feminines, as you anchor this stuff in, it does bring you into alignment more and more when you take matters into your own hands and you're not in waiting, you're not in victim projection mode. You're just actually adulting here, or spiritually adulting and doing what's needed to thrive. Yes, so masculines, your feminines are doing this regardless of where you're at on the journey, and that is absolutely beautiful, because so many times people harbor resentment and it holds them back in their lives with or without someone there. So these feminines are learning how to take initiative and do what's needed and see clearly and make accurate choices and decisions for themselves with or without another person. So they will not lose themselves within a relationship because they're learning how to be self-sufficient and sovereign. What is the advice for the masculines? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. This is wifey energy. This is the energy that you want. Of course, feminines, your masculines are just seeing you as taking care of business and being the kind of person they could really partner with. What is the biggest challenge for these feminines? Yeah, the same thing that the masculines have here. The Two of Coins, 1 foot in front of the other, just taking care of business, doing this process, trusting. We do have the separation card here. So the feminine's biggest challenge is continuing forward with or without this connection at this stage, wherever it's at right now. That is their challenge, is continuing to know that it'll all be worth it for themselves, regardless of the outcome here. What is the advice for the masculines? Ace of Swords. Stay in your truth, masculines, because that is the true north that will bring you through sight unseen into where things need to go. Just know that your feminine is also setting their compass to true north, and it does converge eventually. When these connections align, they are aligned, they are destined, they are a frequency match. And so both here are taking care of business, doing their due diligence, and it will bring these connections together. But what is the solution at this time? Okay, feminine. So, you know, secretly, the Seven of Swords is the secret strategy, whatnot. Secretly, keep your eye on the passion. If you still have the love light burning for this masculine, keep going, with or without confirmation in the 3D. If it doesn't end up being your masculine, it's still that viable path that, you know, the good Lord works in mysterious ways. If it doesn't end up being your masculine, exactly the steps you're taking en route to what you suppose might be union is uncannily enough exactly the way you're supposed to go regardless. And if it is your masculine, you know, keep going. I think if you're feeling this passion, sensual impulses or chemistry or feelings like that might be ramping up. I'm not getting so much, I mean, a little bit of 5D hanky-panky, but keep your eye on that energy. This trail would go dim, and you also would drop the attraction emotionally, mentally, or physically, spiritually, if your connection was over. So you're still meant to learn from it, but especially when these sensual energies are still here. Keep your awareness about that and do not try to reject it. It's not a trick, it's not a trap. If you're feeling that, it means that the connection is still viable. And that is one of our most primal energies that inform us that something is still alive that way, especially when we're talking about intimate connections. That is the primal cue that there is still something to it. What is the advice here for the masculines? Open your heart, masculines, yes. So through thick and thin, good times and bad, sickness and in health, these connections are undying. I know that the masculines used to say they were unrelentless. But now masculines, take heart, they are undying because it's eternal love. There is nothing that you can do to dash real love. Even your human can't screw it up, masculines. All right, what is the direction in the near future? Aw, King of Cups. Okay, anxiety. There are some anxieties being navigated here. So whatever this hiccup is what I just heard it called, in the energy where the feminines feel like the masculines think it's done, and the masculines maybe aren't really admitting that they think that in this energy, but this is kind of saying that masculines, if you haven't experienced that, you might. It might be the final humbling that you would need to really feel like you don't ever want to lose this feminine in your entire life, you know, forging this life partnership. There's something here in the energy where masculines go to the brink and balance the emotions out, or feminines, you balance your projections or emotions out about your masculine. This could be a show of love that the masculines like come in and, you know, it's not a breadcrumb, but a little ping so that you can take heart, feminines, and your anxiety or your lack of faith that your masculine is capable of coming in from out of separation here. There may be something that gets to you. This could be through friends. This could be social media. It does feel like something that anxiety can spike and then dissipate here in the next little while. Advice for the masculines: perseverance. Keep focused on this life purpose, this life path that you are in the midst of initiating in your life. You are doing it, masculines. This is that one wand of purpose that you're picking up right now that goes hand in hand with the confidence and the heart opening to come into union with this exquisite, extraordinary empress of a feminine. So yeah, just, you know, keep doing what you know you need to do and push through any anxiety, because this love is real. This love is real, my dear friends. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.